If you guys are excited for the 2022 NFL Draft, then I want you to like this video right now. We're about to break down my final Titans mock draft in a year that I don't have a great feel for what route the Titans actually go, in large part due to where they're drafting in round one. But if you're excited, like the video right now. Tom Downey of Chat Sports here for the final Tennessee Titans mock draft of the pre-2022 NFL draft season. We'll go round by round and see if I can get a couple picks right for Tennessee. Beginning, of course, in round one, 26 overall. I'm going to go Treylon Burks, and I don't know if he's going to be there, but I ran the mock draft sim, ran a bunch of them on different sites, and I think there's enough of a chance Burks is there that if he is there, I think the Titans end up taking him. Of course, offensive guard, maybe a linebacker, and dark horse of quarterback is also in play there. But if Burks is on the board, I think he's a fantastic fit. He's not the elite athlete he was hyped up to be pre-combine, but he is still an absolute monster after the catch. Now, I've got worries personally about his separation ability. Once the ball's in his hands, he's dynamic. He's incredible. He's a big guy, 6'2", 225, breaks tackles, makes guys miss, has great build-up, long speed to pull away from defenders once that ball is in his hands. I just worry a little bit about him getting open with the full route tree. That will take some time, but the after-the-catch ability is absolutely worth this pick. Now, I don't know if Burks is there. I'd say keep an eye out in particular for two teams, Cowboys at 24, Packers at 22, and I guess 28 as well. If he is there, I think the Titans should take him. He'd be the best player at a position of need, most likely on my board. But I want to hear from you guys. Who do you want the Tennessee Titans to take in round one this year? I'm going to make this question the pinned comment on today's video. So, if you get the ad break here while you're watching on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there and let me know who you want Tennessee to take this year. Let's go to round three, since there is no second pick. I didn't do trades, by the way, because trades are way too freaking complicated. Darian Kinnard, who I was surprised was here, but this is going to be a draft full of surprises, jumped all over him. He is a mauling and massive run blocker at his best. This is a people mover who fits a run-focused Titans offense. Now, he's not a premier athlete, and although he was the right tackle for Kentucky, I don't know if he can hold up as a pass protector on the right side, not certainly on the left side as left tackle, in the NFL. But Tennessee's got needs along the offensive line. He's the best guard for me on the board, so I can plug him in there over at left guard over Aaron Brewer / Jamarco Jones, and I could even move Dylan Radins over to left guard and play Darian Kinnard at right tackle instead, since given where and the level of investment Tennessee made in Kinnard last year, I don't think they're going to be out on him already. And adding offensive line help is, of course, always a good idea. I would not be surprised if Kinnard went more along the lines of where the actual second-round pick for Tennessee is. To give him the third, I think is great value. Again, I'm finding value here. Don't blame me, blame the sim. And look, weird stuff happens. Sometimes guys you think are never going to make it actually do end up making it, and that is Jelani Woods here. I'd love to find another tight end for Tennessee in day three, and Woods being here in the fourth is pretty incredible value, since I've got him as a top 80 player in this year's class. Huge prospect, awesome athletic ability. He does need some blocking work, but he's got upside overall with his frame to become a really good blocker, despite his height and potential leverage issues. But he's such a great after-catch player and so big, used by Virginia as a pass catcher, unlike his first 3 years back at Oklahoma State, and the production really swelled. Tennessee right now is in a position where they can take a guy who might need a year to grow and develop. Austin Hooper is tight end 1 right now, so you don't have to spend a first-round pick like Trey McBride, for example, who is not going to make it to the third round for you. Jeff Swaim is a fine number 2. And a lot of other guys, Tommy Hudson, Ryan Izzo, Bradley Moore, Fort. There's not a dynamic pass catcher on that group, and Hooper, frankly, is the best one of the bunch. So to get a potential one is absolutely worth it in the 4th round. The 2022 NFL Draft will be live in its entirety on Chat Sports. If you haven't already subscribed, go do so right now. YouTube.com/chatsportstv. I'll put the link in the comment section and in the description. With coverage led by me and the rest of the Chat Sports crew here. We'll be live for every single pick. So when the Titans are on the clock, you get it first on Chat Sports. Round 4, number 143 overall. I am surprised, pleasantly, to have James Cook on the board, who I actually thought about going with the earlier 4th round pick. This is, of course, the brother of Dalvin Cook. The difference is that James Cook is an inch shorter and about 20 pounds lighter. An inch taller and 20 pounds lighter. So very different frames and builds and, frankly, play styles. I am concerned maybe he's just Felix Jones, but he does bring you the change of pace and a ton of 3rd down value. 67 career receptions right there. Doesn't fumble. Doesn't drop the football, tested really well as an athlete. The production in a rotation with Zamir White, the other Georgia back in this year's class, he is a perfect complement to Derrick Henry. You're not spending a premium pick on it. You let go of Darrington Evans. You clearly want a better backup, and maybe Foreman is that guy, but I think you're looking for more help there. Cook is, I think, a better prospect than Evans was. To get him later than where Evans went makes a lot of sense for me if I ran the Titans. We'll break down the Titans' round 1 pick, and we'll do grades as well. So if you haven't already, go subscribe. YouTube.com/Titans today. If you love the Titans and you're going to love our NFL draft coverage for Tennessee this year, get to 3K ASAP. Hit that big red button and subscribe right now. Round 5, pick number 169, Otito Ogbonnia. It is not pronounced the way it looks. The G, just ignore it. It doesn't exist for our purposes here. Ogbonnia fits as a run-stopping defensive tackle. It built more like a nose guard, but also kind of played a bit more like a 3 technique, which I thought was kind of weird with the way UCLA utilized him. My athletic comp here is actually a name you guys know quite well, Daquan Jones. I think that's a good area to take that type of player here in the 1st round. I want to add a little bit more power than what he should play with more power. You look at his frame here. We can go to the stats too. You can see the thick lower body and the thighs. He doesn't play with that type of power yet. I think part of that might have been the way he was utilized by UCLA. This is a Pac-12 record holder, borderline Olympian in the shot put. So he was the under 20 champion at the USA track and field. So upper body power is there. I think if you give him some time to grow and develop, he's only 21 years old right now, he can become a nice run stopper for you. What do you guys think is the Tennessee Titans' biggest need? Let me know in the comments section what position you're desperately trying to fill. Let me know right now in the comments. Let's get some speed on defense. Kalon Barnes, who had the fastest 40-yard dash at the Combine. He literally is a track star. He ran track at Baylor as well. I thought he played pretty well against Oklahoma. Despite being a former receiver, he doesn't have great ball production. A couple interceptions over his career, just 3 in total. He is still more of an athlete playing corner. Now, he didn't do a lot on special teams, but his profile, as skinny as he is, as you can kind of tell by the photo there, is indicative of a player who can be a special team stud for you. So that's what I'm looking for here in the 6th round. Finally, I'll go linebacker. That is Mike Rose out of Iowa State, who tested very well athletically. My profile for him kind of fits more as a 3-4 inside linebacker or a 4-3 strong side linebacker. Great frame, almost 6'4", 245, 33-inch arms there. Again, the athletic testing was really awesome. His tackling, he has issues despite having the length there. Didn't play a lot on special teams. Some medical red flags, and I didn't love him in coverage. He kind of is a see-ball, get-ball guy, but you can trick him into where the ball is going. I got a 5th-round grade on him, though, so great value here for Tennessee. So to recap, my Titans' final 7-round mock draft. Treylon Burks, round 1. Darian Kinnard, round 3. Jelani Woods, round 4. James Cook, also in the 4th. Otito Ogbonnia in the 5th. That's going to be one of the funnest names to say this year. Kalon Barnes in round 6. And finally, Mike Rose, also in the 6th round. No trades included because it's just too complicated. So grade the mock draft for me. A, B, C, D, or F? How do you feel about what I did? Let me know right now in the comments section.